All right, and be live. Let's see. I'm just going to share this with 2 more places. Give people a moment to join. Hey, YouTube. Welcome to a thing where we're going to be looking at some new gear that I've got for the studio. Do that and send a message out to G-Start. And we should be good. So many different pop-ups for these different places I'm just going to send a quick message to. All right, perfect. So, all right, so what you're looking at right now is just the regular average, just my Logitech C920E. I don't know what the E stands for, but I looked it up, and apparently all these different numbers mean could mean different accessories. Like I think the S is for stream, so the internal microphones are disabled by default. Hey, look at me! I think I'm actually looking at the camera. Cool. So they're disabled by default. It comes with a privacy cover, and because they're disabled by default is because you'd have a nice quality microphone like my Rode NTG4 Plus, which you can just barely see in the frame. So now I got a new camera that I'm going to show you. Where's my mouse? Where? Hello? Mouse? There you are. Okay, so. All right, just get it on the thing so I can expose my new camera. Come on. Because I want to lean back. There we go. I think I got, okay, so let's take a look at, that looks pretty ugly, right? It's green. I look like there's maybe face smoothing on, which looks very bad for me, but watch this. And have a look at this. And have a look all the way over here. Come on, bud. Over there. How about all the way over here on the other side of the microphone? Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, this thing is actually not very good looking. Hold up a box so you can see. Alitora. Let's go back to our good looking camera, which I am going to actually mount onto our other camera. And we'll talk about it. Because the point of this new Alitora camera is that you would mount something to it, but it can be used as a webcam, which I think is kind of cool. So you could use it as a camera in a pinch. If you had a quick last minute meeting scheduled for something. Okay. And also we have to hope we don't move too far because the webcam is attached. Come on, can I get this? Well, is this screw gonna actually, or no, it's this way, isn't it? There we go, I think. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Put the Alitora on. I'm gonna let it run on battery since I don't need to show. Oh, someone messaged me on Wattpad and said they watched my video about, hey, over here, bud. Okay, there we go, that. All right. So, I'm going to actually tilt this up just a bit. Doesn't do tilt or anything like that. So we'll see how this looks. For this video, I toyed with kind of keeping it more just static. But I thought, test this out. This will be useful when I'm moving around the studio, setting it up. Things like that could potentially make use of this. So, it is the Alitora Smart Face / Object Tracking Holder. Built-in smart tracking camera, 30 FPS, full 1080p. Yeah, it's 1080p alright, but it doesn't look very good if you saw the shot just a moment ago. Actually, you know what, I can plug... No, I want to run it off a battery, let it get some use. So it can be used as a webcam, although not a very good webcam. But it does... I don't know, it does okay. I think it will do an okay job for this, especially since... Where is... Darn, I should have... I thought I had the receipt up here for it. And I should have an intermission screen. Where? Did I not bring? That's weird. And that's not for it. This is for later on. I'm gonna be right back. So I'm just gonna mute. I'm just gonna go run and grab the bag with the receipt. Alright, we're back. Hopefully, Paul, you haven't been waiting too long. I just saw your message on Wattpad. I'll read it later. I cannot find the bag that had the receipt with that. I must know. This is a Dollar Tree bag. Yeah, no, I hope it's just downstairs somewhere and I can find it. And because that receipt is needed if I want to return anything. So, anyways, I'll just do a bit of calculator math then, because everything I got was 40% off. That was the big deciding factor for even getting this stuff from NPS. So let's see. We got 23.88 minus 40%. So 1432. So I made about 1432 for this. Although I'm a little bit questioning that because I know my math was off for a different item. And I don't know. So I think for 1432, it's probably pretty good, I would say. I think these are normally $50 online. Maybe they're okay for that. I think it was Gears and Tech was the name of the channel. I watched a video review by him on this product, and he compared it, quote unquote, to some other ones like the OBSBot one, where he didn't really actually have an OBSBot, but he just talked about the OBSBot. It's toasty in here. I'm gonna try my fan on and see if it picks up and you guys hear too much fan noise. I'll turn it back off. Need to get this room properly ventilated. But what he found is this is the only one that has a detachable what's it? Oh yeah, the detachable camera clamp. So he could put, or phone clamp, sorry, so he could put anything on there. Guys, this is the camera clamp. Interestingly enough, it expands out in both directions. So I think that's pretty cool. And then, of course, you can adjust angles and has a little bit of tilt. So this is pretty good. For future streams, I will probably end up putting my phone in and going that way instead of shooting from my webcam. Because my phone, I think, does a little bit better job of picking up audio from me moving lots of different places around the room. You know, like, well, I don't know. Let's pretend I'm coming back here and I'm getting something on the platform, and I probably don't sound as good. I think that's going to be good enough of a test. So the rest of what the Alitora Smart Object Face Tracking thing comes with is this stand. Spreads out like this, and then it also extends up, and then you've got about this much more height with the actual tracking part on top of there. So, I don't know. Not using this right now, obviously. Be a little short for my needs, but yeah, that, I don't know, I think it's pretty good for the little bit of use that I've gotten from it so far. And I mean, worst case, if I end up using something like this a lot, I could look for a more professional solution when I have more money, when I start making money from YouTube. Kind of like with the next item here. These are the One Audio Studio Pro 10 headphones. Interestingly enough, they've got 20 hertz to 40 kHz, which KHZ you would think is kilohertz, but I think on here they're meaning 1,000 hertz, because usually like it's 20 to 40,000 hertz is frequency range. Some go a little lower, like the headphones that I regularly went out of frame for a bit tracking the box. The headphones that I regularly wear, which sadly don't do Bluetooth anymore. I'd love to get a new battery that I have soldered, and that's a whole saga. The V-Moda M200 ANC. These things do 5 to 40,000 hertz. Oh, you moved out for a second there. So it's not perfect, and from the video review I watched by Gears and Tech, like it will follow and track other people as they leave out of the room. So these headphones, when I was at NPS, I asked if I could take a look at them, and so we opened up the box. We actually found a box that was a little better looking than the one that I had picked off the shelf, and I opened them up and I looked what was inside, and then I actually tried them on, but then he came back over and he mentioned it would have been nice if I had asked him first before trying them on, because it makes it a little hard to resell, but he wasn't like super mad at me or anything, basically, and I decided to get them because a little try that I had, they sounded okay. The sad thing is they're supposed to come with a carrying case. They didn't, and I'm pretty sure I didn't leave it there on the counter at NPS, because I'm pretty sure like he would have noticed the carrying case there, or I would have noticed, because all I remember pulling out was this and the cables, and it's not like a hard carrying case. These aren't going with me anywhere, especially since they're not Bluetooth. That's all I ever use when I'm out and about now. Well, no, actually, no. When I take my laptop, sometimes I'll take my favorite JLab wired Epic earbuds with me. So, they're okay on comfort. Like, they do have this kind of swivel, and, they do have this, and I don't know. So, they've got all the motions that you would want from a good pair of headphones. They look nice, but they're plastic. I think normally these would be like $20, was it $30? They'd be more. But these ones were $14.99. I paid like $8 for them. And I remember that because according to my calculator, we got $14.99, and that was before tax, because what the item was listed on is the receipt. And then I'm going to minus 40%. Oh, actually, it worked this time. $8.99. So I don't know what number I got before, why I got $5, but this works. So, yeah, listening to them, well, let me get through the features first. They have a built-in microphone with a button on this wire. I haven't tried that. I'd have to wire into my phone to do that because I don't have an adapter for the computer. And interestingly, this one would go on this side here because the red cable that I was using is the 1/4-inch jack, like a lot of professionals use. It's not an adapter, it's full 1/4-inch. But then it goes down to your 3.5 millimeter 3-pole. I don't know why it does like this. Maybe it's just to look premium, but to interface with the cheap stuff that people would be having. You know, and I've got adapters already that are the 1/4-20 to this 3.5 millimeter. And with the 2 ports, you know, I forget his name now, but one guy I watched a review on had looked at 3 different cheap headphones too from this brand. He said so you could have like 2 different devices plugged in and listening to audio from them at the same time. And then, don't know why you would do that. But in the comments, they correctly pointed out something that I've read on the box where this would actually be for sharing. So then they mentioned for use with a console, you know, this would go to your console into here, and then this could go into the other person's headset, and you would share audio that way. Or maybe not this cable, because this has a 4-pole plug. I don't know if that would cause issues, but, you know, that's something I could test by plugging it in backwards. Well, actually, no, because the port on the headphones might be different enough that plugging it into my USB-C to audio adapter. Oh, also, I need to place my order on the Amazon thing behind. So, they sound okay. They're definitely, you know, your typical slightly bassy kind of headphones. With some of the music that I listen to, some of the audio, it was that weird bass where to me it sounds like a little bit thick, and then some of your mids and highs are punching out through the thickness. It's an interesting sound. I don't like that the main cable, or what you assume is the main cable, is on the left. I prefer all my cables and buttons on the right side. Well, not all of them. You can have some stuff on the left side, you know, like if you had volume up, volume down, things like that, sure. Also, I think these feel more comfortable. I think these feel more comfortable being worn backwards. So, yeah, I don't know why they feel slightly more comfortable, and I can't explain it because maybe they've got a little more tilt forward. Well, they do, but they still tilt a smidge backwards, and so they're probably tilting backwards about as much as they would forwards. Let's see, 1, 5. Yeah, I wish this adjustment system was a little bit tighter. I don't know why, they just feel better backwards. They're okay. Also, the cable pretends to be pro with this thing. And the big thing, though, is comparing them to the Corsair HS 70s, right? I picked these up for like $5 from no, yeah, these are the HS60, sorry, not the HS70. Picked these up for $5 from Savers. These have a different extra bassy sound. Some of the frequencies sound a little clearer than the One Audio. Definitely not as good as my headphones. My V-Moda M200 ANC. I thought it was 500 in the name. I forget. Anyways. So these sound a little wider and clearer on some things. On some things they don't, but they're also quieter and they're not as good. I was thinking about selling these online. I may still do that, but I might also keep these as if I ever needed 3 people. Because I have, my audio interface is the Vocaster 2. So I can have 2 people with their individual mics and headsets. If I ever absolutely needed a 3rd person, I do have stuff for that, which this is all part of the original setup. So I have a splitter, I have a vol box, and I have this little volume adjustment thing. This would be used last. Come on, hey bud, over here. This would be used last if absolutely necessary, because this is a little more durable, less likely to wear out like this cheap little thing is. which I actually used to get slightly better volume adjustment from my Nokia phone that I had during the pandemic, one of the 5238s. So worst case, this would plug into the guest side. They would share the one microphone and have it tuned as best I could for two people, which is a for two people sharing, it's probably a little bit better of a mic. Here we go. Yeah, it is the Audio-Technica ATR30. So I do have that. It's been with us since my childhood, really. That's a nice mic. It's not quite as good sounding as my Rode NTG4 Plus that you're listening to now, but it works. So worst case scenario, this would go into the headphone out for the guests, and then they would share, and then they'd have two pairs of headphones, and one pair of headphones, or maybe both, would have, one pair of headphones would have a volume thing on them, the other one wouldn't. And then whoever needed it louder for hearing reasons or whatever would be the one who would get master volume, and the other person would get one of the thing like the VolBox. The issue with that setup is the more volume you give to the other person, the quieter the first person is going to get. But if you tune it just right, then you can make a system like that kind of sort of work. And I was originally thinking that these One Audio Studio Pro 10 headphones would be the guest headphones, but then I'm like, no, my headphones are a lot nicer, more comfortable. I'm going to be nice, and I'm going to let the guests wear those if they want. So basically it'll be a pick. If I have just two people, it's between these and my V-Moda M200 ANCs. The Corsair HS60 will be last. You know, if I'm doing that, I may also say, hey, if you have a pair of headphones that you like, bring those, because you're comfortable with them, you know their sound, you can do that. Also, since the M200 ANCs sound way better, that's another reason I would give them to a guest and use these for myself in a setup of playing a game together or something, or maybe we wanted to monitor each other's voices for a podcast. Sure, that's a thing. So, yeah, for about $8, what was my calculation? $8.44. Yeah, sorry, $8.99, so about $9. Yep, my Amazon purchase went through. My card app let me know. That's sweet. So, yeah, about $9. I would say these are okay for that price. They're maybe not the best you can get for that price, but they were local. They were cheap, so I got them. And then eventually I can get some nicer, more expensive headphones that would sound pretty good. So then I get nice headphones, my guest gets nice headphones, and then these go on the back burner if I ever have a third guest. And then if I randomly have a fourth guest and I have to make that work with my setup, sure. Also, it's a tiny space, so 4 people in here would be a little tough. Having the 3 people in here that I did for the camera testing, which I'm still working on, by the way, a little tough, but it worked. So, they're okay. And then the other thing, too, is I may hey, over here. Come on. The other thing, too, I may consider is buying some better sounding headphones if, like, YouTube starts making me money and I get a bunch of the other things that I want. Because I don't want to be at Dollar Tree longer than I have to because I'm back again and I'm saving up for some things. So this wasn't from that, but I probably will stay just a little bit longer to pay off some of these purchases. And I hopefully get lots of use out of them and my channel takes off. And I've only said this number like once, maybe twice, but I'm really only looking for $300 a month from ad revenue and also Patreon support as well. So, best thing you can do right now, like, you can support me on Patreon. There should be a link in the description. But you can also just share this video, share the rest of my channel, get people watching, get me towards the monetization. I'm also planning to ask on Reddit, the YouTubers subreddit, and be like, hey, so I hear often that most YouTubers don't make money from YouTube, but how much are we talking? Like, I'm not looking for much, so don't make money, I assume, means the $1,000+ a month needed to have an apartment and buy food and stuff. But, like, how much easier is it to make, say, $300? I'm sure you still have to have a large number of views. Anyways, moving on. Some things that I got. I'm showing off some things that I got from Savers on Saturday, and then I'll show you the final thing I got from NPS. So I paid $5 for this. It is an unnamed gimbal. I did a reverse image search on Google, and I found ones that were like, they looked similar, but they weren't exactly the same. Yeah, it's literally got no name. I can tell you this bit adjusts up and down on what looks to be a carbon fiber shaft. I'm not positive. The shaft itself actually extends out. It's got 2 detachable weights on the bottom, and there's room for more, but it didn't come with any. Actually, $5.99, so closer to $6. It has 2 of these rod thingies that adjust. I don't know what they're for, unless maybe you hang a weight off them or something. This can adjust up and down. Maybe these are just literally for the slight balance, because I have, let me just grab it down off of the shelf. What it's going to be replacing here is this tripod, which I modified to do the same thing. Although the tripod doesn't handle every axis, it only handles one. But like with this tripod here, you know, come on. I have to extend out the top bit. It works. And you know, maybe if I ever found this was better for some shots, I might keep it, but probably not. But even then, the back has the weights that I put on the back here. But this is just really long, takes up a lot more space, and just not as good. So I'm really hoping to find a quick release plate that will fit. That's what I actually have on order from Amazon. I went to Allen's Camera and tried like their 2 quick release plates that were similar. Didn't work. They didn't fit. So I, you know, just looked on Amazon to see, and I found one that actually has a very important thing that I will point out in a second. So then the next little adjustment dial we have here is this. You can see there are some numbers on there. This just moves it side to side. It doesn't go all the way to the end. So middle is 0, and then it goes out 5, 10, 15. But like, I'm sure this is for adjusting the balance of your camera on here. It doesn't go all the way out to 15. I don't know why, if it's stuck or broken. But also, once you start moving it out that far, you then expose... I'm going to be able to show this. Yeah, you then expose the inside where there's like goop from the well-oiled machine. Some kind of lubricant in there. So then the top, this part here is what, and all of these, well, okay, not all of them. I was going to say all of the screws, that all of these blue twisty things are ratcheted, but only the top one and the one on the bottom for adjusting the shaft. It's like spring-loaded, and you can move it and ratchet it more by that. So this adjusts that little black piece right there, moving back and forth to lock it in. And then you've also got this, whoops, that's the wrong one now. This adjustment here, which the spring even moves, or the gear moves out of the way, and it's got an adjustment. The guy at Allen's Camera said that's probably so you can just very carefully move your quick plate and get the balance just right. So the quick release plate that I ended up buying as the first one that I'm going to try and see if it fits actually has a gear thing. It's for a DJI, like an electric gimbal. And so I'm hopeful that it will fit this. If not, back to the drawing board, try another one. Now, I actually watched a video when I was like looking for plates for this. I noticed a video on, this camera stabilizers versus electronic gimbals. And when I watched that video, I could easily tell, because he did like a blind comparison, I could easily tell which one was the gimbal versus the camera stabilizer. Let me see if I can find that in my history so I can actually recommend this guy to you guys, because it was a pretty good video. And then in addition to that, he then, before he revealed, he had 2 more clips where his sister, who didn't know how to work these things, was showing what they look like. And yeah, it is Nigel Barrows, cheap stabilizer versus gimbal. So his stabilizer was like $40 according to the thumbnail, and his gimbal was $400. You can get some gimbals that are closer to $250. But it was, so watching his video, I'm like, oh, I like the gimbal better. But then, once I started looking at, like, prices for gimbals online, I'm like, I think I like my $5 gimbal better. And the plate that I ordered was like $19.99. So we're looking at just under $25 about for these. If I can get that working, and then, you know, if I need to add weights once I get my new camera, or however I balance it for the current cameras that I have, I think this will be really nice. The one reason that I think I would definitely like an electronic gimbal over this, not just because the electronic gimbal is better at stabilizing, and like if you know what you're doing, this will look really good, according to Nigel's video. The one reason I like that is because then basically I could just have any random one of my friends here. It's going to look stable, even if they don't know how to operate this thing and be a good camera operator. I can teach people, obviously. If I'm doing something regularly with someone, then sure, teaching them how to use... Over here, bud. Teaching someone how to use a gimbal. Why are you going over there? I'm going to move this back so that you're less likely to see it. Hey, come on. Over here. Oh, the other thing, too, I forgot to mention, if you guys go back to towards the beginning of this video where I actually show you what the video looks like from the Alitora camera, come on, over here, it's got a little bit of a fisheye look to it as well, which I'm sure is to help it give a really wide field of view to track you. So we got that. Then the other thing that I got from Savers last Saturday was this little tiny pinball machine. I've wanted something like this for a while. We have a few at Dollar Tree. We've had several different designs. I've never gotten one of those because I'm like, I don't really need it. Do I like how it looks? Not really. Hey, bud. Tracking on this isn't the best, but I got it for really cheap, so I'm not complaining too much. It'll just be how I work it into my workflow. So, the pinball machine here. Dude, can you hold still? Thank you. Maybe. I don't know. Anyways, it has a nice retro design. Why I picked it. It's also a metal back is another reason that I picked it. That made it feel nice, like a retro 60s, I think, is the earliest I've seen for one listed on eBay. So a retro feel from sometime around then. There was one I saw with a different pattern. Might have been like Easter or something. I think this was at DI. I didn't really care for it, so I didn't buy that one. It felt retro too, but it might actually be from 2018, which is what this copyright for this Sherling brand is. But it has this thing I've never seen on any of the others before. Maybe the one that was at DI had it. So the balls can't go back up there because they are locked in place by this little tab here. And let's kind of see what score I get. Also, there's an extra ball thing right here. How the heck do you do that? Well, I figure you just reset and shoot once more. So I'm going to go like this and give her a whirl. 300. You can also load multiple balls at once and shoot that way. That's a 200. Another 200. I'm trying to get the 600 down here. Last shot, I'm just going to send it. Alright, so we got 100 plus 200 is 300. And that's 300 plus 300 is 600, so that's 900. 900 plus 800 is going to be 1,700. And then, you know, you just tilt her upside down, roll the balls around, lock them into place. So that's cool. I'll have some fun with this some point. Let friends mess around with it. But I really like just the retro design, especially this Shoot Again When Lit. It looks exactly like some of the Shoot Again When Lits from some of the Microsoft Pinball Arcade pinball machines that I've played. So I know they're really modeling it after old stuff, and that's cool. The final thing that I got, which I may choose to completely take the camera off. So I got this. This is a KLM, let's pull out this package here. It's a KLM, whatchamacallit? Fan. That's the word I'm trying to think of. a fan for your laptop. Ooh, extend your warranty for free. Our goal is 100% customer satisfaction. Reforger.com. Dear valued customer, extend your 30-day warranty to 3 months by leaving a seller review. Flip card over. Need help? Email us sales at Reforger. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Trying to just get good reviews. Let's take this out of the package here. Pretty. Here we go. Now, there's one thing that makes this special compared to other computer fans. And the reason we were looking for a computer fan is... Oh, good, it has the cable with it, too. That's nice. My mom recently got a laptop, and she needed a fan for... I actually recommended a fan for it, just because it did seem to get a little bit toasty. This is the one that I paid $5 for. It's a Cooler Tech fan from... where is it from? Oh, Savers. Yeah, I bought this months ago. It works pretty good. It's just your generic. Let's just put a few fans on the bottom. Or I have one that's really beat up, and it works, but not very good. It has one giant fan. But the point is, you just hope that these fans will end up inside of your computer vent holes, putting air in there. So those are basic. They work. I can recommend those. This actually has some stickers on the top here. This one here will actually get a seal around your laptop, and then all of the air through what they claim are powerful fans has to be vented through your laptop. These are also filtered too. Take a look at the bottom here. Sorry if the camera moving around is a little wacky. I'm still getting used to that thing and trying it out. But, oh, you've got different levels of adjustment for your tilt. That actually seems like a very nice system. Both of these are a little tighter than this piece here, but that's okay. It's got some rubber on the bottom of this. But if you just wanted this, you could use this. It might slip a bit, because you're then, well, actually, what's the... Or, oh, actually, you know, you would just go like that then. Okay, so you got different angles. Okay, so that's cool. I want to take a look inside this filter spot here and see what... Okay, so just a little foam filter. You could probably buy any cheap foam filter to replace that, or vacuum it off if you needed to. What is it? Look inside. Okay, looks like a pretty good mechanism. Let's put this cover back on. There we go. And then let's see what's in the rest of the package, and we'll try this out and see how well it works on my laptop. My mom's laptop is quite a bit bigger. KLM Mistral. Or Mistral. No, it's Mistral, because there's no I in there for trail. Guide Rapidity. Quick guide. I actually read something else on there. I'm not going to say what, but that's different languages they have it in. Thank you. KLM, blah, blah, blah. Outdoors exhausts are located at the back. Stick the deflectors above the air intake as shown in the picture. If your laptop does not have rear exhausts, skip this step. So deflect. Oh, okay, these things right here. Oh, also, I forgot to mention with the headphones that I bought, I also partially bought them because I felt a little bad, because he did mention that it was going to be a little tougher for the resale, since I had worn them for a minute or two. But they'll be good enough for their purpose. So the deflectors go like this. They're cheap. They've got very sticky 3M sticky stuff. I shouldn't have to use those for my laptop. I hope my mom doesn't have to either, because then it keeps this thing nice and compact. But, I mean, that's a cheap solution to something. Also, what's in the envelope here? What's so special? Ooh, stickers? I like some stickers for things. I haven't put them on anything yet. Maybe I'll stick some stuff on my laptop. So you got some KLM stickers. You can rep the KLM brand. And then you have, hello, if you are in a hurry, you can stop reading here. Otherwise, you can keep going, and we hope to bring a smile to your face. I thought you might find it interesting to see exactly how your order's shipping was processed. Your product was carefully retrieved from our inventory with a sterilized antibacterial gloves and placed on a satin silk cushion. A team of 50 experts then proceeded to inspect your product until they polished it until it shined bright and bid it farewell with a tear across their... Now, I'm sorry, I don't think you guys actually did that there. On a cushion, honestly, even if I saw a video of this, I would be like, no, this is fake. There's no way you guys actually did that. Our internationally renowned packing specialists who came straight from Korea to oversee your order in person lit candles and incense sticks. A great silence settled over the crowd as he delicately placed your product in its box. The party we organized to celebrate your order lasted 3 days. When the time came, the crowd gathered and set forth. The clamoring and cheering rang out through the city as the where was I? As the procession made its way to accompany your product all the way to the post office. The Postal Service then took over using one of their many private jets to send your product as fast as possible, given its inestimable value. 2 fighter jets were dispatched to ensure its safe. No! The heck? This is the wildest story I've ever read. We have great processes to make sure customers get wonderful service. Said by Chinese company is a little dubious at best. Some do try. A lot of have language barriers and it's Chinese garbage. This is another level. This is Chinese faking it. Thank you for purchasing your product at KLM. We placed your photo in a 50 by 50 foot frame and selected you as a customer of the century. Unfortunately, this position may be rivaled in the year 2100. We hope you enjoyed this short text. In any case, don't forget, if you encounter any problem, big or small, we are at your disposal anytime. No. They have it in French. And they have it in Italian, it looks like, I think. Is that Italian flag? They have pictures of people from Italia, Spain, French. Oh, these are like their support. This is kind of cool, but the story I read on the back is absolute garbage, especially since I brought this from a US so NPS is National Product Sales. They do like overstock, things that wouldn't sell from other places. I'm sorry, KLM, you did not dispatch fighter jets for me, and I do not feel flattered that you had someone bother to take the time to write that fake story. Especially since, like, how much was this one? Where was it? That's on top. So it was $44.99. And that's before the 40% off. Where's my phone? I think it was close to $20 with the 40% off. Hey Michael, you just missed some weird story about how they dispatched fighter jets and had a whole ceremony shipping this product to me, which I bought from NPS, so they didn't ship it to me. Whoever they shipped it that then wasn't able to sell it. But I'm going to check the original price. KLM. Yeah. The KLM Mistrail. $69.97. $74.99. $167 Amazon. So the maximum price I'm seeing for this is $100. For $100, you are not getting fighter jets to oversee your product being flown safely to you. And also, are there really going to be any problems with your product getting to you? I mean, okay, maybe this is I don't know where this is from. Yeah, I have no idea where KLM is from, but let's just guess China. Does it say anywhere on the Mistral? Oh, made in PRC. I actually don't know where the PRC is. Where is the PRC? Wait, People's Republic of China. Yeah. PRC. Let's do P dot R dot C. Yep, PR China. So PRC China. China, officially the People's Republic of China. Yes, okay, so this is China using the fancy name. Let's suppose that you actually did dispatch fighter jets to protect this thing getting shipped to me. You probably have to be at war with China, and then you're probably not going to want to ship stuff to us. And then if we were, and they actually had to do something to oversee it safely, then there's going to be problems. And someone's going to have caused a war over sending me a laptop cooling fan. I don't believe it. But let's see, we got a nice, I don't know how long this is. I don't have a tape measure up here, but a very, very, I don't know what my wingspan is, but very, very long USB-A to USB-A cable. That's nice. Because I've only got one of those, which is the one from my laptop, which I like because it is retractable. And I may choose to put this with my thing instead of theirs and give theirs to my mom with mine. But needless to say, theirs is twice as long as my retractable one. But we'll go ahead and use it for this video. Which, interesting. Black inside, white inside. Okay. Also, there's a blue light that's on my thing. It every once in a while flashes off. I'm wondering if it flashes off once it's lost me. This does have a second USB port, so you can do a USB pass-through if you don't want to eat up one of the ports on your laptop. What was I looking for? Oh, yeah, I'm looking for a flash drive on my desk because, no, my flash drive will not fit inside of that second USB port there. Pass-through, fail. So it might even be better that my mom have, well, actually, let's see. No, yeah, this one is ever so slightly wider, so there is room to fit a USB thumb drive next to the USB port. KLM, fail. Let me just try and see. I think that both these USB cables are about as wide. And I'm having trouble getting mine to go in there. Oh, whoops, I'm putting it in upside down. That's why. Okay, perfect. Nope. You cannot use the pass-through on this. So unless you have another equally thin USB something, like maybe if you had a wired mouse. Anyways, okay. There's one more thing in the box. And that is, yeah. I don't know how easy it will be to, let me try attaching this smaller, I think it goes on this way, rubber there. So I have a second rubber piece for if your laptop is smaller, you get a better seal. And I haven't tested this design yet, obviously, but I like this idea. I like the idea of having it really well sealed so that you know all of the air is being forced through your laptop's intake vent on the bottom. Which, actually I'm wondering if maybe a laptop should have an intake vent not on the bottom, like on the side, and then they could have, oh, okay, so, ooh, there's going to be lighting on here too. Interesting, the bottom section actually uses some of the same space that this smaller size thing would. So I don't think I'm going to put it on all the way. I think the big one is what my laptop is going to be. I can tell you right now, getting this in here isn't super easy. But this is from China. So, okay, so yeah, you could get it in there. It's not super easy. I think I'm going to need the wide one. I'm going to plug this into my full desktop computer first of all. I want to feel those fans go burr and see the lighting. What color is it? Be nice if it was red, because I like my other one because it's red. Ooh, purple. Is it color changing? It's only on the bottom, which is fine. Oh, and the sides here. This is cool. So, speed 1. It's a bit noisy. Speed 2. Okay. I'll blow you guys a little bit. Smells a little weird, but that actually does get some decent blowing. What does the LED button do? Okay, so pushing it lets you cycle between colors. Pinkish red. Do they have actual red? Oh, they do. Nice. Alright, we'll leave it right there. Oh, that's cycle. So we need to find, like... Wait, that's cycling orange to yellow. No, I don't want that. To green. To blue. To purple. You guys, let's do this. Oh well. Whatever. Oops. Come on. Why is red the cycle color? Let's try holding down. Oh, holding down turns it off. That's nice that it can turn off. Okay. Please stay. Oh, it looks like it's actually staying on red this time. Sweet. Turn the whole thing on. Turn it off. Okay, and you've got these, oh, actual metal pieces as the, where the laptop rests. So now, let's grab my laptop, which has a side vent. Oh, it goes back to shifting. Okay. Oh, okay. My laptop might actually need the smaller thing, because I feel some air coming from the sides. Yeah, I'm going to actually try and put on the smaller piece, because also the bottom of my laptop, so maybe this would be big enough for my mom's huge laptop. The bottom, I think the smaller one would fit, so we'll actually get to try fitting the smaller one into place. Man, I kind of like, I mean, I don't like so much some of the, like, it moves when it maybe doesn't need to, as far as my, tracking gimbal, whatever you call that group of products. But, like, just looking up and seeing that it was pointed where I am was nice. Okay. With the other one out of the way there, this is actually going in a little easier than I expected. Except right here. Come on. Okay. So there appears to be... Wait, there's one more piece towards the bottom. Okay, I see. I was going to say there appears to be a little bit of extra slack in this one. Okay. So we now have the smaller rubber seal mounted on. Let's put the laptop back on top of this thing here. Interesting, you turn it on and there's no speed indicator. Oh, so it has 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, I can still feel a little bit of air coming off to the right. Is it coming out from... No, okay, so it's not coming out. It's also a bit noisy, even on low. Like, you guys probably don't hear the whine. Yeah, if I hold it up, you guys can hear that. And then full speed again. But let's actually boot up my laptop. I don't have anything to benchmark temperatures or whatever. But I just want to turn it on and feel the air get toasty. Ooh, but I can definitely tell that the seal, unless there's an extra vent. Oh. Oh, I see why there's a bunch of air coming out of the side here. It's because this bit here is being smushed down a bit too much. Same thing with this side over here. See if we can get this to be in there right. Okay, I see. So this really does go into the grooves, and then it makes the thing stick up a little bit straighter. Okay. So that's a little nicer. Sounds like those fans are working a little harder now. I definitely feel less air going. I don't feel any air coming off of the sides now. Let me turn off my ceiling fan to make sure. Oh yeah, she's a little toasty. I'm gonna boot up YouTube for a second here. I'll actually pull up the live stream that we're watching right now. That was weird. Like, it started loading a preview of the live stream because like my mouse was over it, but then it jumped that preview over to another video as things loaded. So yeah, there's definitely okay. I am feeling maybe a tiny bit of air coming from over here. Like maybe in the back there's a few spots where the rubber feet of my laptop push down. But I can definitely feel the hot air shooting through there. And my laptop's not super toasty yet. So let's, the LED lighting is pretty subtle too. Let's get it back on red. Actually, it doesn't matter, because I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to set it down for a sec. And I'm going to grab just my generic Cooler Tech one, which has this. Oh, wait, I can just borrow the cable from the Misplay. Interestingly enough, the USBs seem to be organized differently. So red LEDs. It's a little quieter, a different sound. These fans definitely aren't moving as fast. Alright, so if we put my laptop on this average one, which does have some little feet in the back, but it doesn't go as tall. So this one works, obviously, but it's not as well directed. Yeah, I definitely don't feel as much air coming out of the side of my laptop as I do with the Misplay. Oh, that crack noise didn't sound too good. Make sure I didn't break anything. No, we seem good. Alright, back to the Misplay for a moment. And also, having the rear intake on the Misplay is nice too, because if it's down, obviously you can set this on a surface like a sheet, your bed, a tablecloth, something like that. Let's make these fans go burr. Yeah, I instantly feel more air coming out. So yeah, this is definitely more powerful. I don't know, I like it. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take this stream out here. How long have we been going for? About an hour. That's not too bad, especially including when I had to go downstairs and look for some receipts, which I couldn't find. Ooh, my webcam gets a little toasty. I didn't know that. Anyways, so yeah, that's pretty much the new stuff that I got for the studio. The next big thing is sound foam. I am finishing my target range thing, which, yeah, that'll be a thing to finish. I don't know when. I'm going to try and do it soon, because, it's taking up space, having all the parts lying around for it, but then there's, other things I want to do with my wind down time. Either way, over here, bud. Thanks so much for watching this stream. If you guys liked, leave a like down below. If you're excited to see the things I do in my studio space, check out the variety of other things that I have done, and subscribe if you like that. I'll see you guys in whatever's next. Bye!